Today I am spilling all the tea on all of the hottest summer trends that I'm seeing all over social media that I am personally skipping out on this year. Just because something is trending does not mean you need it, so hopefully this video will also save you some money. As someone who likes to focus on classic feminine style, these are the trends that I am definitely passing on. I also wanted to share more timeless classic options that I am going for instead, so if you're looking to invest and staples that you're not going to regret next year, then keep watching. I know these videos can be sometimes offensive because everyone has different opinions about literally everything, but these are just the personal trends that I am saying no to save money on this year. First summer trend that I am saying no to is the jelly accessories trend. Now, this one takes me back because I was definitely a jelly sandal girl back in the 90s. It just is kind of nostalgic for me. Whenever I see these, I instantly start playing Summer Girls from LFO in my head. But now that I'm in my 30s and I focus on more classic, timeless pieces, I am definitely skipping this one because, for one, I am not investing my money in some uncomfortable plastic shoes. Of course, they can serve a purpose. If you're looking for a more practical shoe, like I instantly think of Crocs. It's kind of like a similar example. They're kind of the same material. They can get wet if you're looking for something to wear at the beach. I totally get it. But if you're looking for a fashion statement, I would just say no. Now, I haven't tried any of these shoes on because I'm just not interested, but they also just don't look like they're going to be super comfortable. Plastic is not a breathable material, so it's more than likely your feet are going to kind of get sweaty throughout the day and potentially have blisters. So instead, what I would recommend to spend your money on is something that is much more timeless and will last you for multiple seasons. So think of a simple, nice pair of leather sandals and you won't regret it. The jelly trend is not just for footwear right now. It's also seen in a lot of accessories like handbags, for example. Again, it can be a practical thing. If you're wanting a bog bag or something like that for the pool, totally get it. But if you're wanting something that's going to last you a little bit longer, I would opt for a more raffia classic style. Next, let's just get this one out of the way. I feel like a lot of y'all are going to agree with me on this next one, but I will not be purchasing or jumping on the Labubu trend or whatever they're calling it these days. But also just the charm trend in general is not really my personal style, but I especially don't want to spend my hard-earned money on these kind of creepy stuffed animals, in my personal opinion. I do think the whole charm thing can be cute. I've seen even like more charm necklaces that definitely can be cute. If you don't want to spend a ton of money on them, get them really affordable at Target, because I have a feeling you're not going to be reaching for them in the next year or two. Instead, I would much prefer to get a really nice silk scarf to tie in my handbag. Not only will it keep the handles protected, but I feel like it's just a chic way to add a pop of color to your look. Or if you are wanting to experiment with this trend, I think finding something that you maybe get on vacation or something a little more personalized to you and has a little more meaning could make a lot of sense. But the Labubus, I'm sorry, just not a fan. The next fashion trend isn't one that's necessarily hard to say no to because I am currently pregnant, so this is not really an option for me. But the micro short trend is one that even if I wasn't pregnant right now, I would not be interested in. Now, don't get me wrong, I love to show off my legs. I love a shorter hemline when it comes to skirts and dresses, but when it comes to shorts, those suckers ride up. You cannot tell me that if you're wearing micro shorts and you go to sit down, that those suckers are not riding up and being super uncomfortable. Sure, they look cute if you're like having a little red carpet moment like I see on social media, but the practical side of things, most of us are not like just making a video for social media. We're wearing them to dinner, we're wearing them, you know, out shopping, and it just doesn't make sense for the everyday woman, in my personal opinion. Instead, I would recommend to spend your money on a nice trouser short. Those are also on trend, but they're definitely a lot more comfortable because there's a lot more room going on in that area. Or you can never go wrong with a really nice, comfortable pull-on linen short. This next one may surprise you if you've been a long-term subscriber of mine, because some of you may know that I love a hat. I wear hats year-round. I love my Western hat when I'm going out west to Jackson, but I also love a good sun hat. For one, I'm more comfortable with the sun kind of out on my face. It's a lot cooler. And I'm also a lot more protected from the sun. However, I just don't think the bucket hat trend is for me personally. And off the top of my head, I'm not sure what this hat is called, but I've seen this one all over social media. Of course, I think it could totally have its moment. If you're going to Palm Beach and like you're just wanting to have that moment, that's fine. But this is a very expensive investment for your wardrobe, and I have a feeling it is going to be very trapped into summer 2025. So long term, it's probably not going to be the best investment for your wardrobe. Not to mention, I have seen way too many videos of girls actually wearing these out, and when it's breezy, if you're wearing these at the beach, they flop up and you look like the Statue of Liberty. I'm not making this up. So just say no to this hat. Instead, you can't go wrong with a more structured, timeless hat. I've had this one for 5 or 6 seasons now, and it continues to be a favorite for when it comes in multiple sizes. So if you have a really small or a little bit larger head, there's a lot more options there. And the structure also provides a lot more sun protection. So your neck and even like the top of your chest will still be protected, unlike with a bucket hat. If you are wanting to give the bucket hat a try, not gonna lie, I think it can be really cute. It's not gonna provide you with a lot of sun protection except for like right on the top of your head, but this is definitely a trend that I would recommend saving versus splurging on. This next trend I see in every single store that I go into. It is such a hot print right now, but it is definitely not one for me. And that is the overly themed vacation prints that I've been seeing. So think sardines, lobster prints, a lot of those like square, kind of Italian looking tile prints. I'm not sure what they're exactly called, but the first thing that comes to mind is sardines. And I'm just not interested in wearing like fish prints and lobsters. I definitely think it's something that is currently hot, but in a year or two, we are instantly going to think about summer 2025 and these are going to look dated. Sure, I totally think it'd be fun to play with this if you are going on your summer and you just want to embrace the current trends. But maybe this is something that would make more sense to rent if you can, or just go for more classic prints. Think stripes, seersucker, even gingham is having its moment right now, which I am personally a big fan of, which by the way, let me know if you want to see what summer trends I am actually wearing. I could always do that video as well. Next up is Uggs. Now, I didn't think, this is not the first thing that comes to mind when I think of summer trends, but I have been to New York twice in the past month, and every single time I've seen girls wearing Uggs. And then there's also a recent viral video of Bella Hadid wearing these really cute ultra mini Uggs, which she looks fabulous here. I am not gonna lie. She is giving supermodel status in this outfit, but the Uggs just aren't hitting and making sense for me during the summer, at least here in the South. Like I don't need that on my feet. I need as much breeze, especially while I'm pregnant. Like, no thank you. Although I will go ahead and give you a heads up that I have a feeling this style of Ugg is going to be the style for the upcoming fall season. There's always one Ugg that everyone wants to get their hands on, and once the season actually comes, they're like impossible to get unless you want to buy them secondhand on like that StockX website. So if you are interested in snagging these, probably not for summer, but you might want to put them on your radar now because they will be sold out in the fall. I'm curious to hear your thoughts on these trends down in the comments below. Let me know if there's any that you personally love. That's totally okay because we all have different styles and ways that we want to spend our money, but these for me are the ones that I am definitely saying no to this summer. If you are looking for some popular summer outfits, I recently recreated these Pinterest outfits for my wardrobe, so check that one out next. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on Sunday with my next one. Bye!